It has no shape, just substance. It is but pate, a potential with no definite destiny. But then, when a few hands get together to nurture it and care for it, it slowly begins to take shape. It slowly becomes recognizable. And it slowly becomes a brand. This is the story of two brands. One, a brand that evolved step by innovative step into one of the more robust in the world. And the other that overnight simply stumbled and fell. This is the story of how these two brands came together and created a third brand that had all the strengths of the old and was also honed to take on the challenges of the new.
On a 7th of January, some of them had to go through an experience which is very difficult to explain, because to some it was anger, to some it was anguish, to some it was shame, to some it was denial, to some it was why me, and for some it was this is a sinking boat, let me run away from here. At that point of time, to be able to come back and say all is well and we will transform, we will be able to redefine the normal, I think it was again a story of managing the mindsets. How do you demonstrate that this transformation is the best thing for my customer, best thing for my shareholder, best thing for my employees, and best thing for keeping the company going on thought leadership? Was it any magic? I mean, yeah, sure, we could have. I can promise you there is no textbook, there is no example which actually says that this kind of a transformation has happened in the past. Our focus on community services will remain. Inclusiveness is important, and people are the most critical element. It's their spirit, it's their grit, it is their sense of purpose, it is their desire to succeed, it's their desire to transform, it is their desire to be part of that big picture. I think made a huge difference.
The Mahindra Group has always risen above the ordinary by accepting no limits, with alternative thinking, and by driving positive change in its various businesses. One of the associates at Mahindra Satyam sent an email to CP Gurnani on January 7, exactly 2 years since the crisis hit the company. He said that he could certainly have found a job with another company, but he chose to stay back with Mahindra Satyam. And today, he is happy and proud to be a winner, not a quitter. And this is not a unique view, but a spirit that resonates across Mahindra Satyam.
Was managing the transition easy? Was it challenging? Was it rewarding? Let's find out.
So this organization has always been about delivery. It's always been about its ability to meet customer expectations. And we have this, I would almost call it legendary reputation, if you may, of being a very high focus on delivery organization. And now that point got reinforced so much during the crisis, when our delivery ensured that our SLAs were improved. We had the highest customer delight score coming up during that point in time. And therefore, the delivery capability of the organization was reinforced to say that we are capable of delivering even amidst adversity. Now, that for us was a reinforcement of the capability that the organization brings to the table.
The FIFA World Cup and the opportunity that was presented in front of us couldn't have come at a better time. In 2009, when we were struggling to cope with a crisis which was really large for us, came this wonderful opportunity for us to show the world the stuff we were made of. When I visited our 130 associates and had the chance to speak to them, I was amazed to see that once again the adage that brands are as good as its people was proved right. If you're an Indian and you're watching this, please always feel proud that a company called Mahindra Satyam, a brand which was dissipated just a few months back in early 2009, bounced back and delivered a very, very powerful message that a brand is always as good as its people.
But what gave this global brand a local foothold, a local advantage that was tangible? What made the global and local togetherness palpable?
The Asia-Pacific region continues to grow at an accelerated speed with a superior performance that has enabled us to be amongst the fastest growing region across the globe. Views from analysts are telling us that we are on the right direction. New business wins are testimony to the fact that our brand is regarded at the highest esteem, and some of them include a multi-year platform BPO in Australia, a large transformation project from a significant government agency in Singapore, and a multi-year application support deal in Japan. We further strengthened our leadership team by establishing local leadership in Japan and across Asia, and with that we are getting prepared for very significant growth.
If being local was the secret sauce that powered our revival, it was the support of customers across the globe that fueled our resurgence. But the support of our customers, the enthusiasm, dedication, and conviction of our leaders would have all fallen short of our critical mass for the reinvention of a new brand, if not for our amazing associates.
Did most of us have thoughts in our minds whether we would continue, whether we should continue, whether we should probably start looking out? Some of us stuck on because we believed that there was something about this organization which there was something in its DNA, there was something which held us back, that inherently, somewhere deep down, this was an organization that was built to last. This was an organization that would stand the test of time. This company is built by people, and these people are the ones who have decided to stay on. These are the people who believe that there is something about this organization, and that's what's really made it what it is today.
I joined Mahindra Satyam as a fresher about 1.5 years back. While I was joining, I heard a lot of opinions and views, so to say. Are you sure this is what you want to join? Are you sure you would like to start your career with a brand that is just undergoing one of the biggest crises that Indian economy could have ever seen? But somewhere I knew that this was one place where I could really learn, which would offer challenges, yes, but at the same time, there could be something more that this brand and this company could provide me.
How many 2-year-old companies do you think have been around for a lifetime?
My daughter, she thinks football is a Mahindra's invention.
Work has never been so satisfying, and life has never been so satisfying.
I walk into the canteen and feel our old familiar buzz and see that old familiar smile, only it's wider and ready to take bigger challenges.
Like the legendary phoenix, we have risen from the ashes, are now acknowledged a new rising force in the industry.
The new amalgamated brand discovered a new strength, a new sense of direction, and showed the world that when thousands of committed souls come together for a common purpose, when they resolve to start afresh, start anew, there is nothing that can stop a brand whose time has come, and there's nothing the future can dare deny. Because the brand has a life powered by people loyal to the core values of the brand, and a tenacity that helps it to never stray from its path. Today we look around and we see Mahindra Satyam, but it's only when we look back with pride and look up with hope and confidence that we see the brand rise.